So now for the featured presentation. So select tool is located by being able to just shift click on reset axis, align, and select. But in edit mode, you can also bring it up by shift clicking on mark. You will just shift click it and it will just jump you into select tool. It's quite nice. You can just go in and just quickly select something and grow your selection. It was intended to be used for a laptop. In fact, let's cancel that operation. And now we're in select, where I can select a point and grow my selection with control scroll, which is just something I miss. However, that's not the point of today. We're going to take this cube and subdivide it a couple of times, and then let's cast it to a sphere with Alt Shift S, and we can Shift A, insert a cylinder, and we have 32 rounds of howdy doody to solve here. So let's just get on with it. So we're just going to create a difference, and we're just going to apply all the modifiers just so we can get on with it. And if we sharpen this, it looks so-so. However, the perimeter of the circle is highly compromised, and that is where merge comes in. So if we press Alt X, I'm just going to bisect split this a couple of times just to minimize the amount of work. But an important thing to note is that if you press Control K, you can bring up the HardOps properties. And under properties, there's an option for what entry tool you can jump into with multi-tool. Normally it defaults to select, but today I have it set to merge. So if we shift click mark, it jumps us straight into multi-tool. Almost a tongue twister there. And the key thing about merge is that you can click a point and then click the next point and it will just merge it there. This is the foundation of what merge is. However, new to this version is you can now click a point and drag, and it will now gravitate points to that region, allowing you to clean up. The undo system has also been improved, allowing for Control Z to be used even in operation. Just like you saw me make a mistake there, I was able to get in and clean it up pretty quickly. So at this point I can still click and use previous merge tool. New to this version as well is the ability to shift, click a point, and knife to knife another region for those times where you need to perform topological drawing in the middle of an operation. Vert knife to knife is still something new to both knife and select tool, but most certainly to merge. It was a strange addition whenever I asked for it. However, the purpose that I'm showing you now is actually the reason that this option was added, for us to be able to get in and perform topological rewriting of the geometry just on the fly using the select tool. So now we see that our circle perimeter is a lot better, which means that we can now grab this edge and just bevel it, giving us a boundary of protection. However, if we Control Z, we can actually examine why this failed. So right here, there's a double. Those tricky doubles. Might have to add an auto remove by doubles feature to the exit state of select tool. There's always more work to be done. So with that, we can now look at a perfectly bore hole in our sphere. In fact, we could even transition this into subdivision and everything's able to go as it's intended. So just letting you know that merge tool as part of select now has gravitate on click and drag. And this is something that I hope will improve users' ability to be able to solve areas and surfaces by clicking and dragging on what is the most important piece of geometry. So let's go ahead and set up that example one more time. We'll press Q, we'll jump into sphere cast to just quickly do that, and we'll press RX32 or RX90 to rotate this, and we'll select both of them, perform a difference, and Control A, visual geometry to mesh, sharpen, and let's solve this a different type of way. For users familiar with Mesh Machine has a fantastic feature for solving this, where you can press Y and go to Boolean cleanup, and it actually will choose the importance of the loops and allow you to drag in order to choose which side you want to solve. In fact, we can roll the wheel and actually choose to solve it the opposite way, which, as you see, compromises the integrity of the cylinder. So Machine has always been aware of the type of issues that we would be running into in the future, and his tool, I just cannot recommend it enough. So if you are using it, definitely give Boolean cleanup a try. But our work simply aims to be a more hands-on approach to doing such a thing. However, much credit does go to Machine for his brilliant work with Mesh Machine and his art of Boolean cleanup.